Welcome back to Automated Trading Bot lesson series. This is the lesson number 27, and today we are going to cover next few methods for the Marcus trading bot. We paused at step 2 of the flow, and it was the last step. It was checking available cash and checking trading eligibility and complete step 2 flow with decision making part based on the cash balance. So let's move forward. Now it's the time to write a code for our daily startup, when we want our code to start and how it's gonna run. So method Marcus daily startup self, and it returns string. Our brief note: complete startup flow or Marcus trading bot. One more thing, maybe most of you noticed, I would suggest you to rename this file. It was typo all of this time. It was OATH, should be OAUTH, OAuth. So please make sure that you renamed your file successfully. Okay, this done. Print. We want to have this printed nicely. Let's copy and paste this part of the code. So we will just announce in the console what's going on. Marcus daily startup. For me, it's 7 a.m. That's 10 a.m. in New York, but I live in Pacific time zone, and I really don't like to wake up every day at 6 a.m., which is 9 a.m. in New York. So 7 a.m. is optimal for me, and if you have any other preferences, make sure to adjust the code you see here to your personal needs. Step 1, initialize connection. Here we want print step 1 connecting Marcus. If not self Schwab client is token valid, print authentication required, return authentication is required, else print simply Marcus is connected to Schwab. So, and if this happened, our step 2, cache check flow control, the method that we introduced at the previous lesson, Marcus step 2 flow. We are returning that one. Return self Marcus step 2 flow. So how this works? This checks the token validation. It checks if OAuth token is still valid. Token is expiring typically after 30 minutes of inactivity. If invalid, it returns authentication is required. If it is not, then it shows Marcus is connected and step 2 of the flow starts. Next method I want to go over is to get account hash. But before closing that, one more time of what's going on, how we are going to use this. In other areas of the code, let's have here commented section, we will have auth helper Marcus auth helper big, then start result will be auth helper Marcus daily startup. So if startup start result equals to authentication is required, then we will success auth helper authenticate with Marcus. If success, start result auth helper Marcus daily start up, and based on that it will continue the whole. So this is what will happen and how are you going to use our Marcus daily startup. Now let's proceed to account hash getting method. Def get account hash self, and return will be yet another string because the hash is typically a string. Getting account hash for trade operations. If not self or can valid, return empty. But if it's not the case, accounts equals get account info. If accounts and then accounts is more than 0, return account 0, get hash value. Or if hash value doesn't exist, bring an empty one. And if not, return empty. How this works, does the token validation, as almost every method. It checks if we have valid authentication token. Without valid token, obviously we cannot make API calls. And if it's invalid token, it returns an empty string. Next, it gets account information here. By calling Schwab API, gets account list of the accounts, return a list of the accounts, objects or none if failed, and extracts hash from the first account. Checks that account list is not empty and not none, and field get hash value. Hash value is accessed by get method, and the result is returned, passed as an attribute. Once again, why account hash? Because Schwab uses account hash instead of account numbers in trading endpoints for the security purposes. It will be used in many steps, like doing purchase or selling for profit. For both of these operations, you will need your account hash value to have successfully executed the order. Next one in our line will be account number. Get account number. Why we need account number? Just to display. It doesn't have much functionality. It's just for users to have readable information about their account. It is self, and it yet another string. Again, get account number for display purposes. We basically just repeat this part and instead of hash value, we'll get account number. This is basically the main difference among those two methods. Same approach, checking the token, and if token and accounts is not none, and the length of accounts, there is at least one account, it gets the account number and displays it. Let's pause here for today. The next session we are going to cover the CSV analysis part of the code, or Marcus step number 3. Take your time and investigate existing code, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ping me. Thank you, and see you at next lesson. Bye bye.